And we're going to the encampment, the Young Men's Encampment. This is the turnoff that goes over to Bear River Reservoir Resort to the left. And we're going to the right here around the lake to the group campsite. And here's the dam and the lake. The road goes right across the top of the dam over to the other side. Here's the turnoff on the road around the lake for Bear River group campsites. Alright, up here the sign says LDS. Here we are in camp and I'm maneuvering the big boy barbecue into position here. The cooking area is over here, the generator's going down here. There's President Morley. Here's the cook area. Old Oxy. Mike Needham. And the crew. Almost dinner time. We're picking up firewood here. Breaking some logs over here for firewood.
When you get up to the front of the line, you can order different things. You can order a classic burger, which is a hamburger, ketchup, mustard, pickles on a bun. A barbecue burger, which is a hamburger, barbecue sauce, and hot peppers on a bun. You can order a cowboy burger, which is hamburger, grilled mushrooms, onions, bacon, Monterey Jack cheese on a bun. You can order a sticky burger, which is a hamburger, peanut butter, bacon, jack cheese on a bun. You can order a horseradish garlic burger, which is hamburger, onion, grilled onions, garlic, and horseradish on a bun. You can order a taco burger, which is hamburger, shredded lettuce, tomato, sour cream, and olives on a bun. You can order a chili burger, which is a hamburger, chili, shredded cheese, grilled onions on an open bun. You can order a Tex-Mex burger, which is a hamburger, guacamole, grilled onions, bacon on a bun. You can order Worcestershire burger, which is a hamburger, grilled mushrooms, and bacon on a bun. You can order an island burger, which is hamburger, Thousand Island dressing, lettuce, tomato, pickles on a bun. Or you can order a Big Island burger, which is hamburger, mozzarella cheese, bacon, pineapple on a bun.
Here they are, coming down the line.
Stand back, eat them too.
This is the fire lighting.
I'm fond of
Hi everybody, I'm Josh.
Hi Josh.
Hi, Josh.
This is Bird. You guys doing good?
Yeah.
Good.
Are you doing good?
I'm doing good. Okay. Well, I'd just like to welcome you all to our Encampment 98.
Yeah.
Good stuff going this year.
Yeah. Alright, we gotta do that again.
Gotta do that again? Okay. I'd like to welcome you all to our Encampment 98. We got a lot of good stuff planned this year. So I'd just like to start off by introducing our theme. Now, it may sound a little awkward at first, but there is a meaning to it, so
You have to listen closely.
Gotta listen closely,
Okay.
yeah. It's better to shoot for the sky and miss. Stars, sky, it's all like that. than to aim for a cow pie and hit it. Think about that.
I get it.
What are we really trying to say there?
If you get it, you're the only one.
I get it.
You guys get it?
I
I
Aim
get
for
it.
a higher goal.
Exactly. But basically what we're trying to say is aim high, set your goals for yourself, you guys will be alright.
Then aim low at a cow pie.
Yeah, you don't want to go low and, you know, yourself. Okay. Just like to go over a little review of our schedule for tomorrow. We'll get up at 6:30.
6!
Yeah.
No.
Make it fun.
Make it
9:30.
6:30 not good for you guys?
No,
11 o'clock.
No.
9:30.
Whoa,
6 is better for
whoa,
me.
big
Yeah,
mistake,
6
big mistake
o'clock.
here. I got it wrong, sorry. It's not 6:30, 6:31.
How about 9:30?
How about we beat your head in?
How about we never pick it up?
That's like half an hour.
How about never?
Following that, at 7:15 we'll meet down over there for the flag, and we'll start breakfast at 7:30.
Okay. An hour to get up.
When does breakfast end?
When does breakfast end? Breakfast will end at around 8:30, and that's when everybody moves out to their activities.
How do you know
Half
where
of
to
you
go?
guys, well, there's a bulletin board over there, but I'll explain that right now.
Listen up.
Groups 1, 2, 5, 7, and 10 will be going up to Tragedy Springs tomorrow, and they'll spend the day up there. The rest of us will stay down here, go down to the waterfront, do archery and cliff jumping and things like that. We'll have lunch around 12 in both places, and everybody should be back here in camp around 5:30. We'll have dinner at 6, and we'll have another campfire at 8:30.
Woo! Cliff jumping's scary.
Never done it before, could
Oh, you just fall into the water.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Which groups do Tragedy Springs and which groups do cliff jumping again?
1, 2, 5, 7, and 10 are going to go to Tragedy Springs.
Everybody hear that?
Which numbers?
One more time. One more time.
7 and 10.
This is Friday morning, August 21st, and all the young men and leaders are lining up for flag ceremony here.
If you have everyone here, and if not, you're gonna have to go get them. So we have Troop 1.
We're missing Morley.
Uh-oh, look behind you.
Okay, we're all here now.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Troop 2. Troop 2, whatever.
Oh, we gotta take our hats off. Hats. Tell them hats.
All our hairs.
Please join me in Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance.
All right, we're gonna have a blessing on the food by Ben, and then we're gonna have some announcements, and we'll be dismissed by Troop. All right, there's a lot of trash around the camp, guys. We gotta keep this place clean. So if you see some litter, pick it up. and don't litter yourselves. I know none of you guys did it, of course, so pick up after Cornell's then. At 8:30, groups 1, 2, 5, 7, and 10 are meeting in the campfire area to leave for Tragedy Springs, so be there. And I'm just reminding the leaders, they're responsible to know where your guys are at all times and watch over them. We kind of have a curfew, a quiet time at 10, and so we need to be quiet by 10. I mean, you can still be talking and stuff, but no screaming and yelling and chasing people around camp. Okay, do we have everyone in group 2 now, or has everyone shown up?
Yep.
Talking about Captain Moroni.
Any of the older guys? What did he do? Why did he make a flag?
Liberty.
Something about liberty and
Tired
freedom.
of liberty.
He wanted to defend the liberty of his people. The Lamanites were coming in and trying to take away their religious liberty and their other liberties from them. So he made this flag and they marched around and rallied the troops to get liberty, to defend their ability to be free, to worship their God, to have their families safe. Similar to that, this past summer, I just returned about 2 weeks ago. I was working for the Senate back in Washington, D.C. Any of you guys hear about the 2 guards that were killed back there?
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't there when that happened, thank goodness. I wasn't in the Capitol, but I was next door in the Senate office building. And have any of you guys heard of the People's House?
Yeah.
What's the People's House? Anybody know?
Problem? Didn't think so.
It's the Capitol. It's the Capitol. Why do you think they call it the People's House?
It's our house. Because that's how our...
That's right, it's the People's House.
Democracy.
If you go almost anywhere else in the world, this is almost the only country where the average common citizen, no matter what you look like, who you are, what religion you are, what language you speak, anyone can go into our nation's capital, walk around, see the leaders, the people that are making our laws. And those 2 men that died were defending that freedom, similar to what Captain Moroni did and others throughout our country. So, and I enjoyed being there with them because there's thousands of people that go through each day and they're always kind, and the officers there were always professional and doing just treating everybody well, but at the same time protecting everyone that went through there. So I think my patriotic thought for today is just that we have a lot to be thankful for of our freedoms here in this country, and you guys especially coming on activities like this. Believe it or not, a lot of people don't get the chance to learn from a young age how important our freedoms are and our liberties are. So that's good enough patriotic.
Okay, everyone in your own group is going to need to elect a senior patrol leader for the weekend.
Need this up here.
This is breakfast. We're having ham and eggs.
Oh, no. Right here. Oh, you need syrup this morning?
And,
If you want syrup on your
ham and hash browns.
that's what it is.
Shut up. Just shut up.
Sit on me.
Hello. Hey, man.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
You guys beating me up. It's not
Oh,
nice.
dear.
You grab me by my shirt and throw me.
This is his son.
Oh.
If you complain about it anymore, you're complaining.
Here's a hungry fellow.
I'm Jonah from Armor.
Okay.
Hey, yo. What?
I just got the statistics, and there's 70 youth and 38 leaders here at the encampment this year.
Charles Cuddy. Get out of my hand.
Here's the end of the line. Hello, what's your name?
Jeff.
Jeff, what's your name?
North Carolina. Mario, say your name.
Give me your names quick.
Mario. Brennan. Cody.
Mark.
Good.
John Bishop.
Give me your names on the camera here, quick.
Oh, Tony Cambruzzi.
Good. Okay, fellas, give me your names.
Michael Burrow. Jason Sellers.
John Bishop.
Hey, it's Kurt Heaton.
Gary LeChevron. Tom, how are you?
Very into the whole thing. How you doing, Gary?
Give me your name on the
Young.
camera. Okay. Groups 1, 2, 5, 7, and 10 are leaving for Tragedy Springs now. This is a road to the Immigrant Trail. We're waiting for Brother Germany and the ranger to see what our project's going to be. This is the marker for Tragedy Springs. The Daughters of the Utah Pioneers. Erected in 1967. The path goes up from the marker up the hill 30 or 40 feet. This is the grave site.
I didn't know we had
Ezra Allen Company, July 28, 1814.
What's this?
Daniel Brownette, B.C., December 18th, 1809. Henderson Cox, Company A, November 6th, 1829. These men were members of the Mormon Battalion and on their way back to Utah, and were killed by Indians in this area. The spring is over here.
Yeah.
The water coming out.
Better than chlorine.
I know, that's the
And on up the hill. This is in the memory of Daniel Brownette, Ezra H. Allen, and Henderson Company, who was supposed to have been murdered by and burned by Indians the night of the 27th of June, 1848. When members of the Mormon Battalion camped here, they noticed arrows in a newly made mound. Upon opening it, they found mutilated bodies of their 3 friends. They were burned. They burned them, built a carrion to protect the graves, and also found Allen's gold pouch filled with gold dust and carried to his widow in Iowa. Now the young men are going to clean this trail.
We don't seem to have Yeah. Hey, you guys, tell them not to mess with stuff that's set up there. The coat gear and everything is set up. Tell them not to mess with it. You'll come to it, just up on the top or over the ridge.
Okay.
This is the Mormon Immigrant Trail. It came down the hill here and around the corner past President Morley and on down that way. In the side of the trail here. And this is a steep part coming up to the flat part that we were just on. The trail goes on down here. The trail goes down here, along there, and right down here is a nice little valley. This is El Dorado National Forest picnic grounds at Tragedy Springs. They've got some picnic tables around here. Modern day travelers are invited to pause and rest as the pioneers did. Tragedy Spring Park was developed in cooperative agreement between El Dorado National Forest and Sacramento County Daughters of the Utah Pioneers. This is in the Tragedy Spring area down by the road. This is the waterfront area just down from the entrance road to Scout Camp, and a place where the boats can come in and the water, ski-doos, and wave runners. And all. There goes a wave runner. And the wave runner in.
Hey Nick, so did the camera.
And right over here, one of the boats.
Boat!
This is Dana Stokes' boat. Going out for a ride. There's the rope out the back. Somebody on the board here.
I'll bring it right to you. The other hand is this way. Ah, okay. Let me straighten you up a little bit. This is President Wilson's road. Yes. Where is it? I need to get it somewhere. My water. This means 360. That's right. Come on. You've been on a while and
skier. Person with him boat.
Fort Sick can do that. That's supposed to go back up for, yeah, swimming back.
I know, it's tired. They're going way out there.
This is lunchtime on Friday. Hot dogs, Polish dogs, chips, and other things.
Traveling left to right.
Here's the archery.
Hey, at least they're staying on a plane.
He told us.
Yeah.
That guy still owns us. I said, hey.
I've seen
Oh, it was me. Me, Cody, and what's his name? Mario. Mario. And Cody.
I would just
For what? Soda? Remember? In the boat?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. That was a heck of fun. I feel like caught like a
It's the camera here.
Yeah, I'm the archery fool. I'm Tom Young. I was teaching archery up here at the camp.
Well, how many bows do you have and what kind?
How many bows do I have? Let's see. One eagle, one bear,
You shot an eagle?
2 bears. That is an eagle. Okay.
One in the middle of the ground out there.
Oh, that's just some old recurves.
Oh. And what?
Oh,
Tell me about the compound bows here.
Be quiet.
What would you like to know about? This is an eagle.
I'll be surprised if you hit the target.
It's a target bow.
Surprised
Some people can use it for hunting, but it's primarily used for target. And that's the way it's set up right now, is for target.
Uh-huh. I understand if the Indians had had equipment like this, we'd still be fighting them.
You're probably right.
Almost hit the haystack.
Almost hit.
How many boys have shot today?
Do you know what happens to them? Don't die.
Probably close to 20.
Nuclear winter.
Oh, okay. So you just take a aim there and
Walks out the sun.
Oh! Bullseye.
Where? Who?
right into the bullseye. That's pretty nice.
Yes!
Okay, give me your names in the camera here.
Let's go to the one.
Just now, what's your name?
James.
James Johnson?
Doxy.
Oh, Doctor. Okay. And yours? Yeah.
Mario Kobar.
Okay.
Jeff Cambruzzi. Brennan Ricks. Mark D. Spain.
Logan Daniels.
Cody Williams.
Yeah.
And one hiding over there.
Yeah.
Glenn.
You make a.
Quit
What are you
hiding.
doing?
I've got the most footage.
So you put on an
Here are the targets. A lot of shots right in the middle
I've
there.
got one at home.
A lot of hits in these targets too.
some in your pack left and some.
Dude, Trent like that.
Is there anybody that doesn't have a blindfold? Can we have one person talking? Come in close enough so you can hear. Hey, one person talking.
Hey, Brent.
Brent,
your group up.
can you get your group up? One person talking.
This group over here. Bring it in.
Who does not have a blindfold?
Come over here and get one.
Come in and get a blindfold quickly. You want to get some extras there.
I have a blindfold.
There were some down by the sack, by the tree. There might be some in your. Some of you have requested to do some of the activities a little bit later. I don't have a problem after we're through if you stay up and play around, as long as you've got leaders that agree to that and agree to your transportation and know where you're at. Okay? So as far as your flexibility to do that, I'd like everybody to get blindfolded if they would at this time.
This is up above Tragedy Springs, and the boys have had quite a few exercises to do up there. And this is the last one. So they're blindfolded and they have to follow a rope.
It's standing here, you can't see anything.
The facilitators all have these neat t-shirts on that say, nuts for the game.
And the objective is for you to form a perfect square. As a group, holding onto the rope, you can start now, no talking. When you think you have a perfect square, tell us, and we will check you. No talking. Oh, no, excuse me. We'll let you talk on this one.
Okay.
Now you can talk.
Everybody count off.
Shh, listen. 1, 2,
3.
Okay,
4.
let's mess them up.
5,
6.
12,
7.
13,
Shut up.
9, 10.
11.
I'm 10. You're 12.
13.
You hit me.
13.
Don't peek.
16.
Guys,
They took their blindfolds off and found they didn't have a square.
let me ask you a few questions, and we're going to sort of wind up the day for a little bit, and then you can
I don't have it.
do what you want. Take the blindfolds off. You can let the rope down.
Yeah, I told you.
What do you think? What do you think could have worked better on this last exercise?
Cooperation.
One leader.
Not having a blindfold on.
How do you find one leader?
Just look for the end.
What? No way.
What do you think on this exercise? On this exercise here, what kind of talents do you think the perfect leader would have to bring this together?
Sense of direction.
You're so small.
A sense of direction. What other kind of talents do you think the person would have to bring the square together?
Persuasion.
Listening.
Authoritative,
Good sense of direction.
sense of direction.
You need support from the other people.
Smart. And IQ.
Build a consensus. You have to be able to
What things
persuade
were you
people to
doing?
follow you.
What things were you doing to look for that perfect leader? To identify the traits and to look.
Shouting. That's what we were doing.
I don't think anybody was looking for a leader. Everybody wanted to be a leader.
Everybody wanted to be a leader.
I had to find the other end.
Hey guys, you want to be quiet and come in here? I can't talk very loud, and I'm not going to try to yell over you if you're going to be out there horsing around. Have anything they want to share?
Well, I appreciated that camaraderie that we developed. You know, we were thrown together as a group, and from the first activity to the end activity, we developed a closeness and a better understanding of each other, and as a result, it helped out our teamwork effort.
That's
So I appreciate
fantastic.
that.
We put you in groups that you didn't know everybody in your group. What else worked well?
We had one thing we were great
very different in size. We had 3 really large people, a bunch of medium, a bunch of small. And everybody no one tried to be what they weren't.
Okay.
And that really helped a lot.
Okay. Really helps when you understand differences and use those differences to help build a team.
Here's the shish
Keeps
kebabs.
these sticks from catching on fire here. I mean, they're getting pretty hot. Oh, I know.
Cooking
Been
for
on the
dinner.
grill for quite a while.
This is Friday evening.
If you want it, I don't care as long as I look at first.
This is dinner time.
I don't care what you guys do.
Fries.
You're first no matter what.
What is that?
There you go. Chicken salad.
Chicken salad.
John, it's good.
and
Beef for ham.
Hi. Hello.
Beef, lamb, ham.
Here, give me your names for the camera here.
Beef,
Michael Burrow. John Lund.
Jeremy Henson.
That's the best part.
Give me your name again.
Ryan Heaton.
Your name?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Tyler.
Beef, lamb.
Brooks Beal. Daniel Lacey.
Mike Kinsey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's your name?
My name's Chris Carlton.
Oh, okay.
I'm Jay.
Okay.
Cardo.
Okay.
You want to stab?
Brother Lund.
Okay. Give me your name for the camera.
John Bishop.
Ryan Wilhite.
Oh shoot, I gotta get mine over here.
This is James Kenworthy.
Oh, we know James.
It's Mitch Berry.
Sean Taylor.
Jim Carlton. Trent Mono. Russell Regan.
Mike.
Your name?
Nick Cambrose.
What's your name?
David Culbertson.
Okay.
Clay Campbell. Hi.
What's your name?
Lee Cooper.
Okay. Your name?
Sean Mang.
Julius Barr.
Felb Christiansen.
Okay, good.
Birthday to you. You blew him out with one try.
Fly the entire thing over the ball.
Blew the fire out with fire.
Have some more.
Dude, I was working fine.
We also. Rocking, dude.
You might want to tell him who you are.
I'm Josh. There's a lot more of you here today, and that seems good. How's the first day been? Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get started here.
Quiet down. Hey, hey.
As you may all remember, our theme is it's better to shoot for the stars than to aim for. It's better to shoot for the stars and miss than aim for a cow pie and hit it. And so we're going to start with our skits by the priests, teachers, and deacons. We're going to go in reverse from our usual order, though, so we're going to start with the deacons.
No!
What are the 10 deacons that we need? If they can
Dublin's
all
ready.
line up over there.
Are we allowed to do that?
We'll be judging our groups on how close they are to our theme. Comedy, talent.
Bishop McLeod, Bishop Cooper.
Okay, everybody give them their attention. Take it away, guys.
Okay, this is Dublin Ward. Ready? You can figure out what our theme is.
But you're bigger. I got
Bishop Bird are going to be judges.
What's wrong, little boy?
I lost my lunch money.
Oh.
Louder.
Here's some money for your lunch.
Thanks. How can I thank you?
Just remember, the Mormon Mafia!
Sounds cool. Can I join?
Sure, come on!
Dun, 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 dun.
Louder.
I can't find my duck.
What's wrong?
I can't find my duck.
Okay, we'll help you find it.
Alright.
Is this your duck?
Oh yeah, there he is.
Stupid duck.
Okay.
Thanks, that's for your mama. How can I ever thank you?
Just remember,
The Mormon
Mafia.
Can me and my duck join?
Sure, come on.
Come on, duck.
Hey kid, give me your lunch money.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
Hey, who do you think you are? The Mormon Mafia! Get away!
Better run. How can I thank you?
Just remember, the Mormon Mafia!
Cool, can I join?
Sure, come on.
Yeah.
Man, I'm a reporter. I have nothing to do. Right about.
That's it.
I'm gonna commit suicide. 1, 2.
Wait. What are you doing?
Loud.
Commit suicide.
Why?
Because I'm not good at writing.
Can I join you?
Sure.
Louder.
I'm gonna commit suicide because I'm a wide receiver and I can't catch.
1, 2.
Hey, what do you guys think you're doing? We're gonna commit suicide.
I'm a policeman, and I don't like donuts, so it looks like I'm gonna commit suicide with you. 1, 2. What are you making doing?
We're gonna commit suicide.
Oh, well, I'm Captain Hook, and I got jock itch. Alright, 1, 2.
What are you doing?
We're gonna commit suicide.
Oh, can I join?
Sure.
I got fired from 7-Eleven for squeezing the juice on the job.
Say that again, please.
Louder.
I got fired from 7-Eleven for squeezing the juice on the job.
1, 2.
Wait, hold on. What are you guys doing?
We're jumping on suicide.
Oh, well, I'll join you because I'm a piano player that can't read music.
1, 2.
Wait, stop! What are you guys doing?
Committing suicide.
Can I join you? Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
Because I jumped for the stars and I missed and I landed in a cow pie. So
Go
you ready
ahead.
to jump?
Okay, ready?
Okay, let's jump.
1,
2.
2. Whoa. What are you guys doing?
Committing suicide.
Suicide.
Well, can I join you?
Well, why?
Because I'm a plumber and my pants fit. Let's go.
Okay.
1, 2.
What are you guys doing? We're committing suicide. Why? Oh wait. No, I can't. Can I join?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm a drug dealer and I can't sell drugs.
Okay, then.
Okay, fine. Okay, so 1,
2. Hold it. Okay, I did undercover work and you're all under arrest for committing suicide.
What? I can get you a hand.
Especially you.
I can get you a hand. Hold it. Okay then, do we have the teachers group? Teachers are going now. Attention over here. Go guys. Didn't know your lines.
Alright. It's a song.
I remember when trouble came to Tombstone. It was a day Bill.
Louder. Shout.
I remember when trouble came to Tombstone. It was the day Bill Patty's girl came. She rode on into town on a moped she called Flame. She was looking for Butcher Bart because he was the man that shot her daddy. He really loved her father. He was the one who named her Cow Patty.
Yippee-yi-yay! Cow Patty! Yippee-yi-yay! Cow Patty! She rode into town to find the man that killed her daddy. Yippee-yi-yay! Cow Patty!
She found Butcher Bart in town. She called him to a duel. Butcher Bart had killed across the lands. People thought Patty was a fool. Bart and Patty drew their guns. Shots rang out and onlookers ducked their heads. And when all the dust had settled, old Butcher Bart was dead.
Yippee-yi-yay! Cow Patty! Yippee-yi-yay! Cow Patty! She rode into town to find the man who shot her daddy. Yippee-yi-yay! Cow Patty!
The moral of this story.
Loud.
The moral of this story, you may have thought ahead. Don't go shooting for cow patties, or you'll be the first one dead.
Oh!
Who would like to come up here? Okay, priests are up. Attention over here.
Oh, there.
Perfect. Look at those stars. Aren't they bright tonight?
Hey guys, let's read our scriptures.
That sounds right. Scriptures. Alma 18:27. And he said, yeah.
Wait, forget this.
Let's go count it. What are you talking about? Count it. No, read your scriptures. Come on.
No, we're staying here, man.
Come on, read your scriptures.
Oh, cow dog!
Sick. Let's kill the guy. You should have come.
Hey, you should have just stayed and read your scriptures, fool.
The story of the Mormon Battalion is a unique chapter in the history of the West. It is a story of people, men and women who were willing to sacrifice for what they believed. Their story has an unusual beginning. From 1830 to 1846, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, nicknamed Mormons, experienced almost constant persecution. Time and again, they were driven from their homes, deprived of their rights and property. Among them were Ezra and Sarah Allen. The Latter-day Saints, including the Allen family, found temporary refuge in the state of Illinois. Within a few years, Nauvoo, their city on the banks of the Mississippi, rivaled Chicago in size. It seemed a haven from all the troubles of the past. It was in Nauvoo that another couple, William Corey and Melissa Burton, met and fell in love. William proposed marriage, and Melissa accepted. But the peace and happiness of Nauvoo was short-lived. In 1844, Joseph Smith, the leader of the church, was killed by a mob. Homes and property outside the city were destroyed, and finally, in order to avoid further conflict, Brigham Young agreed that the Latter-day Saints would leave the state. Early in February 1846, the exodus of an entire city began. Ezra and Sarah, and William and Melissa put their lives and happiness on hold, and once again left behind almost all that they possessed, starting out across the river toward an unknown destination. By spring, almost 20,000 members of the church were scattered across the Iowa prairie. June 22nd, 1846, 1946, William and Melissa were married. 4 days later, their happiness was interrupted when 5 men in uniform rode into camp.
At the request of the President of the United States.
The officer in charge, Captain Allen, announced that he had orders to enlist 500 Mormons in the war with Mexico. The enlistment came in response to a request by the leaders of the church for a way to help finance the immigration west. Still, it came as a shock to the families who first heard about it there on the prairie.
It was quite a hard pill to swallow, to leave wives and children destitute and almost helpless, and go fight the battles of a government that had allowed some of its citizens to drive us from our homes.
President Brigham Young said, "The salvation of the church depended upon raising the army." When I heard this, my mind changed. I felt it was my duty to go.
496 volunteers mustered in, among them Ezra Allen and William Corey. The battalion was about to begin the longest infantry march in U.S. military history. It was not an easy thing saying goodbye to their families there on the prairie, wondering if they would ever see them again. The idea of being separated from her new husband didn't sit well with 18-year-old Melissa.
I don't see why women must always stay behind and worry about their husbands when they could just as well march beside them.
Melissa signed up as a laundress. July 20th, the battalion marched away. They took little food except some flour and whatever they could carry. A blanket, a few clothes, a tin cup.
July 24th, marched 5 miles. The weather, excessively hot.
July 25th, no flour. Many went to bed fasting.
North. Among them, Ezra Allen and William and Melissa Corey.
I thought it best to make my way fast as possible to San Francisco. But my wife, being in a delicate situation, I concluded to stop for a season in Monterey. October 2nd, 1847. My wife was delivered of a fine baby boy. I named him William, after myself. I have the greatest boy you ever saw.
They planned to move to San Francisco as soon as she was well, but before they could leave, tragedy struck. Baby William died. They had only their faith to sustain them as they prepared to join their comrades in San Francisco.
San Francisco is a beautiful place, a fine ship harbor. Things are improving rapidly.
Under Brannan's leadership, the Latter-day Saints had started San Francisco's first school, its first bank, and first post office. The printing press had been put to good use. The first edition of the California Star reached the streets of San Francisco January 7, 1847. It was the city's first newspaper. Meanwhile, about 80 members of the discharged battalion had stopped at Sutter's Fort and accepted temporary work in order to purchase needed supplies.
Captain John A. Sutter, being desirous of building a flouring mill some 6 miles from the fort and a sawmill about 45 miles away, proposed to hire all the men.
Sutter had wanted to build the mills for some time, but lacked skilled labor to do it. The battalion members, many experienced craftsmen from the East, provided the solution. They worked on a variety of projects. 6 were hired to build a sawmill in the mountains.
We arrived on the 29th of September. The surrounding country looked wild and lonesome, infested with wolves and grizzly bears.
Things progressed well until December. Then winter rains brought high, swift water, which slowed the work. In their downtime, the men built a log cabin so they could move out of the one they had been sharing with the Wimmer family. They moved in on January 23rd. The The next morning, as they were digging the tail race deeper, the first gold flakes were spotted. Thanks to the journal entries of 2 of the men, the date of the find was recorded.
Monday, January 24th, 1848. This day, some kind of metal was found in the tail of the race that looks like gold. It was first found by James W. Marshall, the boss of the mill.
The metal passed every test, including the harsh lie of Mrs. Wimmer's soap kettle. The only thing left to do was convince John Sutter. He was skeptical at first, but when he paid a visit to the mill, Marshall and the others determined to help convince him by salting the race. The plan almost backfired when the Wimmer boys found the gold before Sutter did, but he had seen enough to be convinced. It wasn't long until word of the find spread and curious comrades visited their friends in Coloma. On one such trip, Sidney Wills and Wilfred Hudson found more gold particles on a sandbar in the American River. The strike became known as Mormon Island and turned out to be the second major gold strike, one with very rich diggings. Meanwhile, the merchants in San Francisco were concerned that the city wasn't growing fast enough. They suggested a special edition of the California Star, extolling the virtues of the city and the state. The paper was ready to print except for a couple of empty inches on an inside page when news of a gold discovery in Coloma reached San Francisco. Several battalion members were hired as express riders to carry copies of the Star east. And the few lines about gold which they carried cross-country to St. Louis, Baltimore, New York, and other major cities of the East would trigger the gold rush of '49. Hordes of gold seekers flocked to Coloma from San Francisco and Monterey. Battalion members continued to work for Sutter, but in their spare time, they too joined in the search.
It was mining in a primitive way. We had no pans, no lumber to make rockers, and so we used Indian baskets to pan with. We would dump the gold in a flour sack spread out upon the ground.
At Mormon Island, Ezra and William tried their hand at panning for gold as well.
But we did not stop there long. We were anxious to come to Salt Lake.
After the discovery of gold, all my plans and projects came to naught. One after another, my people disappeared in the directions of the gold fields. Only the Mormons remained to finish their jobs.
The Coloma mill was in regular operation by the end of March. The contract to finish the mill was fulfilled. No set of men was better situated to gain from the gold strike than the members of the battalion. Had they remained just another year, they would have become rich. But they were concerned about another goal, getting back to their families. A meeting was held at Sutter's Fort on April 9th to discuss plans for going. Sutter paid the soldiers in kind with horses, oxen, wagons, and other items they would need. And ironically, while much of the country was heading west to California, the Mormon battalion was turning its back on the gold and heading east.
Our honor was at stake. With us, it was God and His kingdom first.
Yet even as they were leaving, the Mormon battalion was to make one more contribution to the history of the West, blazing the trail across the Sierra Nevadas, which thousands of gold seekers would follow. It was a daunting prospect. It would be the highest overland wagon route in the continental U.S., but they were determined to find a way. June 17, 1848, Henry Bigler and 2 others set out to select a place of gathering. They found a spot they named Pleasant Valley, and the company gathered there to finish preparations. Daniel Browett was elected president of the company, and while the rest of the party was making preparations, he and Ezra Allen, along with Henderson Cox, went ahead to scout a trail along Iron Mountain Ridge to Carson Pass. They didn't return. Finally, the rest of the party headed off after them, 45 men and 1 woman, Melissa Corey.
The country is rougher than first reports indicated. Brush and rocks give the wagons considerable difficulty in passing.
Most of our time is consumed in working the road.
Wednesday, July 19th. Discovered what looked like a shallow grave and dead campfire. We commenced to open it, and at the bottom, to our great horror, found the bodies of our 3 friends, divested of every article of clothing and exhibiting marks of terrible violence. In the grass, we found Ezra Allen's buckskin bag. As the murderers took off his clothing, the bag most likely slid into the grass. It was a time of mourning to think that the man that was to be our leader to Salt Lake was now lying dead.
In all my journey with the battalion, this was the worst night.
The company laid over a full day to prepare the grave of their friends, and Wilfred Hudson carved an epitaph on a nearby tree. They named the place Tragedy Spring.
Saturday, July 22nd, Rock Creek. The climb is even steeper now. Wagons continue to break down and need almost constant repair. 15 men worked the road to the top of the mountain.
July 29th, Summit Camp, 2 miles. Cliffs with sharp drops. Very hard going.
July 31st, Pass Canyon. Impossible to build a road through this canyon.
We had no hammers nor drill with which we could do anything with the stones. It seemed almost an impossibility to go farther. Finally, someone suggested that we build a fire on the rocks. When the fire had died down, we found that as far as the heat had penetrated, the rocks were all broken in small pieces, which were soon removed with pick and shovel. Another fire was built with the same result. After 3 or 4 fires, we found that the rocks were not much in our way, and we soon had a good wagon road right over them.
It took 7 days to cut a wagon road through the canyon, about 7 miles at 1 mile a day. But in 40 days, the party had blazed about 170 miles of wagon road across trackless terrain. For the next 16 years, thousands of gold and land seekers traveled this route. Thousands of people, wagons and livestock would come into California over the Mormon Trail. Thousands of weary immigrants would follow these battalion tracks. Melissa and William and their comrades reached Salt Lake City October 6, 1848. They were home at last. Later that fall, Sarah Allen waited for Ezra's return.
I looked forward to the time when his strong arms would lift these burdens from my shoulders. Waiting and watching, listening to the sound of every footstep that approached my door.
Word of Ezra's fate finally reached Sarah, along with the pouch containing the gold. She used the gold to buy a wagon and supplies and to bring her family west. But she reserved enough to make a wedding ring, which she wore the remainder of her life. Back in Salt Lake, William's health was failing. It was diagnosed as tuberculosis, brought on by the rigors of the journey. Nothing could be done for him. He had one wish, to live long enough to see the birth of the baby Melissa was carrying. A daughter was born the next February. William passed away March 7, 1849.
Looking back on my life, I do not feel to complain. I think my trials are great, but we have hopes of meeting again where we will not be subject to separation.
So ended a history-making adventure. William and Melissa, Ezra and Sarah, as well as hundreds of others, paid a costly price for their faith. But the sacrifices they made live on. The country they explored, the cities they helped found, the roads they built, have become a legacy to future generations. Brigham Young's words were literally fulfilled.
The Mormon Battalion will be held in honorable remembrance to the latest generation.
To serve a full-time and honorable mission. So in that vein and in that lack of light, I would like to have all of the Aaronic priesthood brethren, if you could, kind of make your way over here. I'd like to have all of you here. We're going to have a closing song. It's going to be Called to Serve. Brother Ricks is going to accompany us on the guitar. I have music for each one of you to look at. However, I don't want any flashlights. I want you to leave your flashlights with your parents or where you were sitting. I just want you over here in total darkness. Where's Brother Ricks? Right here. Okay, here's our orchestra pit.
I got it. Ready?
Okay, now, you know what we want to do, guys? Everybody knows this song. You have a means now. Where's Brother Merrill? Are you taping this?
Yes.
Am I in your way?
No, you're okay.
Okay, now wait. On the count of 4, I don't know why I said that. Everybody stops at 3. We're going to do 4. Okay, we want to make this memorable. Okay, on the count of 4, we'll break, just break them and shake them. Okay, and then we want to sing this just like we're in the MTC. Some of you have been there with your sisters and brothers. We want to sing that so that the people that are buried up in Tragedy Spring can hear you guys. Okay? That's how we want to do it. The missionary spirit, you guys are all preparing for it. Okay, you're going to be a light. On the count of 4, you're going to be a light. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah! Yay! Wow, the light stick! Okay, ready? Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Hey. 1, 2, 3, go. To serve His heavenly glory, chosen heir to witness for His name. Far and wide we tell the Father's story, far and wide His love proclaim. Onward.
add the scripture.
Follow this theme and shoot for the stars. We will be blessed with eternal life and peace in this life. We could have our closing prayer now.
There you are.
Hi.
What's your name?
Already told ya.
Tell me
Jim
again.
1 from Dublin.
Okay.
His name is.
Scones ready for the boys. Scones in the box. Can you dip them in?
That first box got out there? These are borrowed employees from Pizza Hut.
Should we do the pizza toss, Jim?
Yeah, do the pizza toss.
You gotta do it the Wheeler way.
Oh, look out, look out, look out.
You gotta get spinning.
There you go, get it over here. Would you get it? Get it. Put it down here. Put it down here.
I don't have it that smooth fly yet.
Oh, man.
Heavy.
You know, slowing it down. We're
Have a little flower fight. Real ski hat for
No. I'm not going to you. I'm in the world.
camp here. It's having scones. How are the scones?
Scones are delicious.
Good. Hey, that's a good hat you have. It's a good hat you have there.
Thank you.
This is Saturday morning, August 22nd. This is the campsite where the deacons, aged Aaronic priesthood holders, camped. Here's one now. Good morning.
Morning.
They have all sizes and shapes of tents. The big ones, little backpack tents, mostly dome tent. And there's one tent out by itself here. This is the area where the teachers and priests camped. Got quite a few tents
Bunch
out.
of sleepy kids, huh?
Bunch of sleepy kids this morning. Yeah.
It's nicer than yesterday. Uh-oh. Make sure your hair is right. You're getting filmed. Oh, boy,
Here's some more of the teachers and priests camp. Got the restroom right there. Good shape. And this is the area close to the assembly place and place of eating, where many of the adults pitch their tents. It's Saturday morning, getting ready for the flag ceremony. Hi.
Start, everyone. You gotta be more or less with your group because we're gonna take roll again. Okay, we got group 10 here.
All accounted for, sir.
All right. Everyone in group 10, raise your hand.
We got a couple over second.
Like 8 of us.
The youngest is sick.
Okay, we got group 9. Group 8.
Oh yeah, here, yeah.
7.
Oh, yes, 4, sir.
6. 5.
7.
4. 3.
Yeah.
2.
2. Raise your hand, 2. Yeah. All right.
We got 1. All right.
1.
There's the code.
1.
Camp attention. Color guard, present colors.
Hats off, please. Color guard, both colors. Audience salute.
Please join me in pledge allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Introduce yourself to the camera here.
My name is David
Wait a
DeMeyer,
minute.
Wilderness Ranger.
Wait a minute. Now.
All right, I'm David DeMeyer, Wilderness Ranger for the El Dorado National Forest.
Oh, glad to have you here.
Yeah, we'll be working on the Mormon Immigrant Trail today, doing some restoration work, clearing the trail out.
And what ski lift is this here?
This is the Iron Mountain Ski Resort. It's closed down. It's been closed down for a while.
Uh-huh. For several years, or?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because the signs are still up. They look pretty new.
And this is our group this morning. There's the tools from the Ranger's truck here.
Are we going up there? Yeah, we're going to work for the CDF.
This is the end of Iron Mountain ski lift. It's been closed now for several years. And the Immigrant Trail is close. This is right off the edge here. Pretty country. Even got a building over here.
This is Iron Mountain Ski Resort.
Yeah.
This is the Puma Ski Run here.
They've been closed for a while, I understand.
Yeah.
Small trees. There's also one of the axes of Pulaski.
Hey, that's the one.
Yeah. So the one end is used for cutting, and the other end is used for grubbing back things. Yeah.
Grubbing?
Yeah.
I don't trust you with sharp objects.
Yeah.
Pick it.
And
Better not trust me.
just have everyone be careful when you're working today.
Especially you guys with the axe, watch the swing.
This is downhill from where we started down to the trail.
Hey guys, listen up.
This is going to be the center point of the trail in this area. So what we're going to do is head in both directions, that way and that way, following the pink flagging. And I'll be walking around with you guys, showing you what parts to cut. You'll see small trees about, anything about this big around that's in the trail. Go ahead and knock those down. Try and knock them down as close to the ground as possible. The rest, just rake everything. Like have people on both sides of the trail just raking out, so you get about a 5-foot swath right through it. This is another trail going off here, dead ends at the highway, but we're not going to worry about this part here. We're going to just try and do these two main sections and see how much time we have. If there's extra time, we can try and get on this one. So, do you guys have you split up into two groups yet? No. Okay. Do you guys want to just split them up?
Where are the markers on the trees? Where are the markers on the trees? Over?
Well, you see that there's like a little
how many in your
end
group?
of a tin can, and also
How many
a
guys
diamond.
in your group?
That's one kind of marker.
Okay, 5 guys over here. Well, we can trade the axes. Okay. Let's keep the groups together with their.
We're going to get them too spread out here, guys. They're not going to be able to create a single trail.
Small trees, or just use the loppers and cut them off. Some going up the hill and some going down the hill. These are the trail markers. And the ribbon there. Trail goes through there.
Alright, now fix your brush up.
Look at this bag.
Watch where you throw. Whoa. You have to clean the trail. Okay, guys, while he's cutting this down, let's move forward so not everybody's standing around here in the tree fall.
Hey, Brennan, we need to try this.
So, guys,
Hey, yo.
cutting the tree, let's keep going.
Immigrant Road, Salt Lake City, that way. And then there's some of the bigger logs that come out. Go right across the trail.
All right, huh? Heck with the song. Okay, we'll pull this side out.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we get the other one.
Ready?
Dang it.
1, 2, 3.
Let me get under it, you guys, a little bit.
Lift it up.
Ready? Hit it. Right. Grab right there. Grab right.
I got it. Okay.
One more, right? Oh. Okay. All right.
Good going. Now the wagons can get through. This is the upper group. Getting the trail opened up and cleaned off here. Hi. We just cut the top of that branch and filled it.
Should we cut this? Leave that
It's pretty light. We get enough guys on here. We can move it down.
Just move it down. Hey, John. Michael. Help us move this down. Jeremy, help us move this thing down. What's the weight back here?
Slide it down there.
You want me to go?
It's right there.
Slide it a little further.
You gotta push it further.
Lift it up, Mike. Yeah.
Good job. That worked.
Have you even used this already? Yeah, no, they can't reach it.
Let me have this stuff. Need to give more. Let me get further down.
Dig.
Under everything.
Huh?
I'm putting under everything.
No, it's all breaking.
Tree came down, laying on the ground here. Now
Let's lift this up, guys. John.
This log is just pulled out of here.
Okay.
And there's a big rock in the way here.
Breakfast.
Encampment project.
The chain came off the chainsaw.
It broke
Now-
it, bye-bye.
Now we're going to get a wrench and tighten it up. We'll repair work on the chainsaw here.
Let's lift this post back off. Yeah, let's see what this. Okay, that goes. That has. This little piece here has to fit in that hole.
Now you tell me.
Okay.
Then we can always look at it and say,
Trail is supposed to go right through here. These big logs right in the way.
That's it.
Hey, coming another one.
Good job.
Ready?
We want to freeze. All right. I think we can push it.
It came down, and there's the stump. There's the rules for tonight. Being cooked in the Dutch ovens. Looks good.
Is
the best. Hemming did this.
That's the presentation.
Yes. We hate to break it out of the pan.
Doesn't taste any good, but the presentation's nice.
Presentation's great. Run a knife around the edge.
Yeah, just beat on it. Just turn it upside down.
Tie it up. You have to tie up your wrists, and each guy has the twine tied to his wrists, and one guy's twine is tied inside the other guy's twine, so you're kind of locked. And the trick is to get untangled, to get untied from each other.
So you take the twine and you go under the wrist of the other one and around his hand, and you're out.
Or take the top one off first.
Have you done that before?
A long time ago. And this is station A.
It isn't exactly quickly intuitive to most people, so
No.
it's a challenge. It's fun.
This is station A.
This is station A. Called,
Out of 10 stations.
Right, called Tie Me Up.
And this is the Cope course.
Right.
And this is Saturday afternoon.
And these guys are having a great time.
Good.
Great time.
Almost there, Michael.
Push in. Push in. Push in.
Almost there, Michael.
Push in, Michael. Push in.
Keep going. Keep moving.
Push in. Push in. Push in.
Push him up.
Michael's been sick today.
Yeah, a lot higher. Okay, last
This is
guys.
the B, huh? And the idea is
Okay,
to...
Cody and Mario. They're going to be suspended across this vertical V here on the cable. Put your hands a little bit higher and let's move up this way. Trust the wire, okay? Just push out on the wire. Okay, now start leaning on
Get
each
to
other.
here now. You should start pushing out.
Start leaning on each other. Cody, go ahead, lean on him. As he leans more, you lean more back on him, Mario. Okay, start leaning on each other.
Right now your body's.
Catch up, catch up, catch up. If
Wait
you
for him to
start,
catch up.
if you start slipping, just lean
Wait,
on each other.
wait, you hold right there. Just stabilize yourself. Okay.
You're good. Keep moving.
Now go
Straighten your
on.
legs. Straighten your legs.
Straighten your legs out. Straighten your legs out.
Push him back.
Push your legs out. Push back.
Okay, good job.
Good job. Guys, listen.
This is a spider web.
Okay, so if I'm helping Jason through and I'm touching Jason and Jason touches, and I'm on the other side, guess what? Got to come back through. This is one of those exercises where I'm going to give you 3 minutes to plan, and during your planning, you got to figure out who's going to go through what portal at what particular sequence. And then after the 3 minutes, you won't be able to talk during the exercise.
I'll go through first.
The other exercises we gave you 12 minutes. You guys obviously didn't need 12 minutes to go through any of the other ones, Steve. But on this one, it's a shortened time. It's only 10 minutes. So it's very important for you to use your planning period wisely so you can get through. So the rules again, each one of you have to pass through individually, one person at a time, through your own separate portal in the spider
Is that a
web.
portal over there?
We know the rules.
If you can get through it, yeah.
Which one is the one you just qualified?
This one right here.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
Can you go
4,
under?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
May
11.
not. Okay, so I'm going to give you
All right.
3 minutes to plan. What will you do? No. Gotta go back through.
Yeah, I can't get through that.
No talking.
How's he gonna get through?
No talking,
Yeah.
Steve.
Yes. John's on our side.
Don't touch the wire. No touching the wire.
I can't hold it.
Okay, no talking. Don't touch the wire. Doing a good job. Don't touch the wire, don't touch the wire. So that's been taken. This is the only one that's left open, and this one. These two. Don't touch the wire, don't touch the wire. You can reach through the wire, but you cannot touch it.
Oh.
This was a spider web number D. Now, try it once more. Right in.
Table.
Okay, Jim, tell everybody in the camera what you do here.
We already did that. There's a problem.
Oh.
Okay, what the purpose of this exercise is to get everybody on the platform balanced for 60 seconds. The platform cannot touch the ground, and no feet or any other parts of the body can touch the ground. So they have 7 minutes to do that in, plus another minute for a test period if they need that. Okay, so we actually got 8 minutes. So this one you can talk, and we've already talked about this exercise. So are you guys pretty close to going?
Yeah, pretty close.
It's not a test.
You get enough feet all the way.
You can,
Okay, boys, come.
Grab a hold of me.
Right.
My arm or something.
Okay.
Okay. Get balanced.
Get balanced. Come on,
Balance.
step up.
Okay, and you boys need to go opposite sides of each other.
I'm on.
Opposite sides and get on at the same time.
Get on this corner.
I'm over here.
Okay, two at a time, two at a time.
Okay,
Okay,
ready?
and jump on at the same time.
2, 3.
Okay, get stable. Okay,
Ready? Ready.
last two.
I think up on
One,
here, up on top. Yeah, you're right
two,
there. Okay.
3.
okay, the 60 seconds has started.
Oh!
Okay, that's okay.
Just
Sure. Jump on the top. Yeah, you real slow. Just jump up. Step up.
We're going.
Okay.
Same time, same time.
Lean.
Same time.
You gotta go together.
Okay, hang on.
1, 2, 3.
Up.
Okay, hold it now. Hold it. Everyone
Hold
hold
it.
it.
Don't jump off.
Don't jump off.
Don't jump off. Stay on.
Try and ride it out.
Ride it out.
Try and balance it out.
Okay, the last two. Back on again.
Okay.
I've lost my spot here.
Well, just get a leg on and hang on. Grab a hold. Just get a foot on and grab a
Step on
hold.
my foot.
Okay, okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, ride it out if it starts to go. Ride it out. Okay, just hold on now. Hold on.
Hold on.
You gotta hold it.
You're leaning.
Just with it. Oh, you touched.
Okay.
Okay, clock started again.
Okay, now everybody freeze right there. We got it solid now.
You gotta hold for a minute.
I can feel it going.
Yeah.
I can feel it going.
Grab
Let's
the
get to the center back. Better.
Here's a group doing the string tied up thing.
Let's go back to this way. One turn. Untangled first.
Nuclear wire.
The trees are also nuclear. You cannot have your body cross the plane underneath. To do this, you go back inside.
Just go over. We're supposed to go over?
You're going to go over the top of it. Anything that goes in the inside, or if you're even on your outside, it just touches your shirt, you're back on the inside.
So everybody has to get out?
So, hold on. Let me do the instructions and then you guys can do your planning. So you may use the items inside there. People are not allowed to go underneath the wire. Everyone must go over the top. It's timed. You have a 3-minute planning session starting now.
Okay. Isn't that cool? Simple. Yeah.
You will not talk. Okay, start.
No, just hold it right there.
Don't talk.
No wincing.
Go.
Touch. Let's go back in.
Oh no.
Do it again.
Oh, go back in, whoever touched it.
Oh,
Oh,
ghetto.
Dave, go back in.
That's not gonna reach. The longest one there. And you're dead anyway.
no, you can't move it. Oops. It's not supposed to reach.
You just said it's not supposed to reach. Yeah, but it will. Like, it will?
This is our last day. After you leave tonight, we've got to finish disassembling, and so we'd like as much help as possible getting things down the hill so we're not here till midnight. And we'd like every young man and adult leader not to go down the hill unless they've got something in their hands, unless everything is taken. That means one of these 2x4s or a block. There's some discs down there on the trail, a stack of rope, the water coolers. Everything would go except for a couple backpacks and the black bags here are the facilitators. Learn some skills in working together. We're going to test those skills now a little bit as we perform a final race. And Master Duck told me that this end lineup is going to be the ducks.
No, I said this is the winner.
Oh my gosh.
You think it's the winners. We will see.
Okay, so the pigs are there?
And who is this right here?
I don't think it's that is all.
Is this the pigs? Okay, we got the pigs here.
Yeah, let's go.
The cows here. And the donkeys here. Okay? And what I want you to do now, if you line up behind the line where the poles are, everybody needs to line up behind the line, and it's still my turn to talk. Please no talking. I can't finish giving instructions until you've finished talking. Behind the line, and the object of this exercise here, I am standing in a bed of hot coals, and if anybody touches this bed of hot coals, then they're in trouble. And the bed of hot coals starts immediately at the end of these poles. So as soon as you're on the poles and the poles start to move, anybody that is off the trolley has to go back. You have to pick up the trolley, go back to your start line so your poles are touching the string. Make sure these poles are touching the string now. Get them back so they're touching the string and start over again. Everybody has to be on the trolley at the same time, the entire team. And the winning line of the trolley is over there. The yellow rope. Any questions? Not a lot of limitations, not a lot of rules. You cannot touch the swamp. Everybody has to be on the trolley as the trolley moves across. Go ahead now, get on your trolley, and when you're ready to get on, you can start moving. When you start moving, then nobody can touch the ground.
This is a Saturday evening dinner. People are back from their ventures, and for dinner we have home-cooked bread, corn on the cob, chicken, and
This is chicken.
Pork roast.
pork roast, and ribs.
That's a nice one. Take your Visa. I don't mean your MasterCard.
Now they're cleaning up Saturday night, ready to go home. The encampment's over.